trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 6.
Coming up tonight, a mistrial in the case of a man being accused of killing Nebraska State Patrol Trooper Kyle McCasey. What happens next with this? Also tonight, Pink's parting words. The beloved Pink School in Schuyler is shutting down for good. What the city is doing to honor the school's legacy. And a homicide in Ashland is revealed to be a son killing his father. What next steps law enforcement are taking in the investigation. But first tonight, severe weather may be in our midst again this evening. Not too bad of a day up to this point, though. This video of the sun and the clear sky sent into our Now Local News app by citizen journalist Kevin. But it sounds like there's a possibility for things to take a turn here soon. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you with us on this Friday. I'm Rod Fowler. So what will it be? Sun or storms as we go through the evening here? A bit of both, maybe, as we get to nightfall. You are taking a live look outside through our Allo cam. Still not too bad out there. But if we've learned anything from the past few days, is that these storms can come in very quickly. Will that be happening anytime soon? Here's meteorologist Dominic Ferraro with the latest. Dominic.
Hey, good evening, Rod. Yeah, in the answer of sun storms or both, definitely going to take the both option here, as we're already starting to see some storms pop up in south central Nebraska. This also just in here to the Weather Center. A severe thunderstorm watch now in place for south central and southeastern Nebraska. This goes until midnight, very early here on Saturday morning, June 6th. So next couple of hours, very crucial here. Now's the time to review that severe weather plan, whether or not you're going to stay in tonight, or if you are heading out in any of these pink colored counties on your screen, know that severe weather plan and stay weather aware as we go through the rest of the evening. Anyone in this slight level 2 out of 5 risk, that area shaded in yellow, could see scattered severe storms for the rest of the evening. That does include Grand Island, Columbus, Beatrice, and the city of Lincoln. So even though there's a couple of those counties that aren't included in the watch, best to stay severe weather aware. On top of all of that, we are also monitoring the potential for flash flooding in far southeastern Nebraska. Scattered pockets of 2 to 4 inches of additional rainfall possible with some of these slower moving storms tonight. On top of areas that saw several inches of rain yesterday too. That watch goes in until 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. Quick look outside here. A few puffy clouds now on your Honda of Lincoln camera, looking off then to the south and to the west here of Lincoln. There's that one storm we were talking about, warned right now for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail, though I expect to see several more storms popping up here over the next couple of hours. We'll have more details on that coming up in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Breaking now, the Cass County Court is confirming a mistrial connected with the death of Nebraska State Trooper Kyle McCasey. You might remember he was killed last year when he was hit by a state snowplow while responding to a crash on I-80. Jurors were deadlocked today on whether the plow driver, Thomas Jordan, was guilty of misdemeanor motor vehicle homicide. The Cass County attorney will now decide whether or not to retry the case. We'll keep you posted as soon as we know more. Also breaking now, some relief could be coming for those hit hard by the Tyson plant closing. The governor ordering Dawson County to be temporarily exempt from mandatory work requirements to get Medicaid. The governor saying that county has seen high unemployment rates of more than 8%. Nebraska was the first state to implement work requirements for Medicaid recipients. If the governor's request gets federal approval, those on Medicaid in Dawson County won't have to meet the monthly requirement to get benefits. Now, for most Nebraskans to stay qualified for Medicaid, they need to work, attend school or an apprenticeship, or volunteer for at least 80 hours a month. Well, right now, crews are flying through a multi-million-dollar project out at the Lincoln Airport. By the time it's done, any aircraft in the nation will be able to make the lengthy landing. And today, we're getting a look at the progress and hear how it's going to impact all of us. Channel 8's Mackenzie Johnson was out there today and joins us with the details. Mackenzie.
Exactly. Now you see these huge piles of broken concrete. This is all that's left of the massive runway, with some of these pieces dating back to the 1950s. Over time, maintaining that runway has become more costly as it's falling into disrepair. So now they're demolishing it and starting from scratch. Now take a look here. This is where the runway 1836 will be built. It's nearly 2.5 miles long, 200 feet wide, and they told us it's about 17 inches thick as well. You might wonder, why would we need a runway that long here in Lincoln? Well, there's a few reasons.
Well, the short answer is, like I said at the beginning, this is a unique piece of infrastructure, having a runway this long. It is not common. And as a result, that has given us a number of advantages over the year.
It is important for our community from a civilian travel perspective. It's important for trade, as we've seen a number of unique examples as well, and it's important for our military missions.
With this long runway, any type of aircraft can land here in Lincoln. Now, whether that's commercial planes or military bombers, even a space shuttle can land there. This is an expensive project costing around $100 million, but taxpayers will be happy to hear it's being funded almost entirely by the National Guard Bureau, government grants, and the Lincoln Airport Authority. Tonight at 10, we'll talk about the timeline for the construction and when it will be open for landing. Reporting in the studio, Mackenzie Johnson, Channel 8 News.
All right, thank you, Mackenzie. Look forward to your report at 10. Developing now, the search for answers in the town of Ashland after a deadly shooting. Tonight, a man is behind bars facing some serious charges. Authorities say he opened fire in a home there in Ashland yesterday, killing his father. His name is Robert Haswell Jr., and right now he's being held without bond. His father, 67-year-old Robert Haswell Sr., was pronounced dead at the scene. The Saunders County Sheriff's Office says the 31-year-old suspect is facing first-degree murder charges. Here's what authorities say happened yesterday. Haswell Jr. himself called the sheriff's office after pulling the trigger, and upon arriving at the home, deputies negotiated with him on the phone, and they say he did surrender then. Right now, they're not saying anything about a possible motive. The Ashland Fire Department offering its prayers. They say the community knew Haswell Sr. as Drywall Bob, saying he touched numerous lives and interacted with many businesses. They say the community hurts with this significant loss. And as soon as we learn more in the investigation, we'll keep you updated on air and on our Now Local News app. Well, stay with us. We have more heading your way after the break, including saying goodbye. A town favorite elementary school is shutting down in Schuyler. What the city is doing to celebrate the history of the school. We're back in 60 seconds.
Ganity.
Getting a closer look at Wall Street, where today some of the stock market went into a free fall. Yeah, they were clapping for better days on Wall Street today. NASDAQ plummeting more than 1,000 points as semiconductor stocks came to a screeching halt. The Dow and the S&P 500 also down as investors fear there will be another federal interest rate increase at some point this year. Well, new at 6, Schuyler is saying goodbye to one of its most beloved schools. Fisher's Elementary School, locally known as the Pink School, is closing its doors for good after more than 50 years of operation. The Schuyler Area Chamber of Commerce is announcing their goodbye event for the school. It's tomorrow at 4 p.m. there. They're going to be holding what they're calling the final bell. They say it will be a celebration of memories and the legacy of the Pink School. Everyone is invited to share stories and the moments that made the school so special to them. They say the doors may close, but the memories will live on.
And storm chances will increase over the next couple of hours for south central and southeastern Nebraska, with multiple watches in place for the Lincoln area. I'll have the latest on how your Friday evening plans could be impacted coming up here after the break.
Aqua Living now has 17
Right now, a Lincoln restaurant is telling us they're having a tough time keeping their doors open. Pancho Villa off of 56 in Cornhusker, they say their business has been hit very hard. They say it has to do with all of the road construction going on there. Our Jake Holman talked with the owners, and he joins us now with more. Jake?
Yeah, hey, good evening, Rod. So take a look here. On a little bit of a drive, right down, going down Cornhusker Highway near 56th Street. Now, for customers that want to stop for a bite to eat at Pancho Villa, as you can see, it's not very easy. No matter which way you're traveling, it's really more of the same. The owner, though, telling me today, if this keeps up, they're not sure how long they'll last. One local Mexican restaurant is asking for community support.
I believe we sold like $47 on Wednesday. It was really rough.
Right now, Pancho Villa Mexican Grill says in the past couple of months, their business has declined roughly 75%. And they believe in large part due to the construction off the corner of 56th and Cornhusker. Project began early spring, and according to LTU, it's an improvement project that stretches nearly 2 miles on Cornhusker Highway from 37th to 56th.
Us being a location that's hidden already, the construction is kind of blocking off all 3 areas.
LTU says they've been in contact with Pancho Villa, responding to Channel 8 with a statement that reads in part, quote, "We are committed to working with all of our residents and businesses as we continue to improve street infrastructure in all quadrants of the city." Lisa Santana and her husband Eli have owned this place for 16 years. This is their only source of income. So, in a time of need, they then took to Facebook in hopes of garnering more customer help.
I know it's rough right now, but it's just nice knowing that we do have support and people do care about the business and stuff.
According to LTU, the project is estimated to be complete by winter.
Business continues this way, I don't know if we're going to make it, you know.
Lisa and Eli will keep working hard the only way they know how.
And really, we're just trying to do the best we can to be here and wait on people as best we can and stay in business.
Now, what we have here is the full timeline for that project. Again, the estimated completion date right around winter time. But LTU says they've already connected with Pancho Villa and created a plan of action that includes ensuring access to the business, creating maps to hand out to customers, and providing promotional yard signs in the right-of-way to attract additional customers. All of that expected to come by July. For now, reporting here in studio, Jake Coleman, Channel 8 News.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, hey, in typical meteorologist timing fashion, we were going to talk about a severe thunderstorm warning here in south central Nebraska, and it just fell apart and we just lost the warning. So good news there for south central Nebraska, Harlan County here. That storm has significantly weakened here over the last little bit as it got started first off in the southwestern part of the county there, then moved away from this little boundary that these storms are popping up on, and it's kind of weakened here going forward. But for the moment, things quiet. We're going to keep an eye here really on this area along and south of Interstate 80 for additional storm development as we go throughout the rest of your Friday afternoon, evening, and into the overnight hours. So quick look outside here. ABC Seamless camera. Very calm here for the moment. Probably very warm and humid outside, too. Not a bad day to be, at least inside here in the news studio. I know I've been looking at the dew points all day. Doesn't look like too much fun out there. As we mentioned here, we're looking off then to the east. Clear skies for the moment in the eastern half of Lincoln. 87 degrees in Lincoln, 90 in Hebron, 89 in Beatrice, 83 out in Grand Island. So very much a summertime forecast out there. And as we take a closer look here in far southeastern Nebraska, very warm, upper 80s, low 90s, dew points in the 70s right now. Lots of storm fuel out there. So the potential for storms to blow up pretty quickly is there. And that's all the more reason then to continue to be weather aware as we go throughout the rest of the evening. Calm winds for the moment, light between 5 to 10 miles per hour for most of us out of the south and east in Beatrice, south and western Nebraska City, as well as us here in Lincoln. And then shifting to be a little more easterly as you head out towards the Tri-Cities. And look at that. just a little bit of a blip there just to the north of Fairbury. Something to keep an eye on here. As we mentioned, these storms have lots of fuel to tap into, lots of lower level moisture, lots of wind shear in the upper levels here, and that is going to allow things to sustain themselves at least for a little bit as long as they stay close to that boundary. As we saw, once that storm kind of drifted off there, it did dissipate fairly quickly, but we do expect storm coverage to increase in southeastern Nebraska going forward. This model, here's the North American model, oftentimes it does tend to overproduce precipitation just a little bit and has been a little more optimistic, but is one of the only models showing those storm chances in south central Nebraska. So we're taking a look at it here, and ultimately we do expect storm coverage to increase over the next couple of hours, reaching the capital city between, let's say, about 8-10 o'clock tonight is when we really expect those storms to ramp on up along that boundary as we mentioned before, and they'll continue to linger in southeast Nebraska over the next couple of hours and closer to midnight tonight, and then finally moving their way off to the south and east. And there is a chance we might even see a pop-up shower or a storm or two behind that initial line that moves on out here very early on Saturday morning. A few passing clouds then before another round of scattered showers and storms for your Saturday afternoon and evening. These will be fairly light, quick in nature, and ultimately very widespread as well. So not everyone's going to see those chances for storms on Saturday, but wanted to make that aware for anyone who has any outdoor plans here for the start of the weekend. Then going forward into Sunday, overcast skies to start things off, and we'll keep an eye then on another round of showers and thunderstorms possible as we head towards your Sunday afternoon. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in place for south central and southeastern Nebraska here. That's those pink counties here on your screen. That goes until 12 a.m. here, so a little bit longer, about 6 hours or so for us here in southeastern Nebraska for that severe weather potential. And here, that slight level 2 out of 5 risk in yellow. That's where we could see a couple of tornadoes. It can't be ruled out, but the main concerns then is that larger hail up to golf ball size and 65-mile-per-hour wind gusts here also in this yellow shaded region behind me. So that's the main area we're keeping an eye on here. If you're in any of those counties we just showed you, best to have multiple ways to receive those severe weather alerts tonight. Know your severe weather plan, whether outside or inside, and we'll continue to provide you updates as needed. Here's a look at those temperatures then tomorrow as we head towards the afternoon. Upper 80s, low 90s, and definitely going to be a hot one out there. Definitely going to be humid for really the next week or so is in the capital city. So we'll keep an eye on that going forward, as well as the dangerous heat really ramps up then as we head towards the middle of next week. Mid to upper 90s for those highs, and if that's not a summertime forecast, well, I don't know what to tell you at that point. Upper 80s then as we head towards the end of next week, and then it looks a little more seasonal as we head towards Flag Day, and we'll keep an eye on the chance for maybe a few more storms as we head into next weekend.
All right, thank you, Dominic. Some new details on the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office Make It Click campaign. For 2 weeks in May, extra deputies were out on the roads raising awareness on using seat belts and car seats for children. LSO contacted 125 vehicles, issued 99 traffic citations, and made 3 criminal arrests. 1 DUI was issued and 1 possession of a controlled substance issued. New at 6 o'clock, the Pawnee Plunge lifeguards and staff getting some hands-on training from the Columbus Fire Department. Check out these photos from their training. The City of Columbus Parks and Rec is saying this kind of training really does help their teams prepare for real-life emergencies and provides valuable insight into how first responders would deal with situations they may be faced with, everything from CPR to loading people into a stretcher. So I'm sure they got a lot out of that. Coming up next, we're heading into the Sports Zone. Nate, I know there was some big news with the Husker softball team today.
Yeah, well, Georgia Fromm will officially be on staff next season. Pretty cool. Well, the latest on Fromm, the team, and much more coming up next.
And
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with Sports Director Nate Johnson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Well, hey, what's going on? Thanks so much for tuning into the Sports Zone. We start with some big news today from the Husker softball team. Nebraska star Jordy Fromm will join the Huskers coaching staff. The two-time NFCA Player of the Year will join as an assistant coach. After returning home to play for Nebraska in 2024, Fromm helped the Huskers to two of the most notable seasons in program history, helping Big Red to win his first win at the WCWS since 2002. The four-time first-team All-American will be involved with a variety of coaching roles. Assistant coach Jordy Fromm said in part of his statement, playing softball for the Huskers was an incredible blessing to me, and the coaches had a huge impact on me as an athlete and as a person. I am ready to have that impact on others and continue to grow the game in my home state. A big congrats to Jordy, and we're going to stay with softball for just a second here because today, head coach Ron Revelle, associate head coach Lori Sipple, assistant coaches Diane Miller and Olivia Farrell, and director of player development Mandy Nakata were recognized as the Mountain Region Coaching Staff of the Year by the National Fast Pitch Coaches Association. It's the sixth time that a staff led by Revelle has won the Regional Coaching Award. The coaches helped lead Nebraska to one of the best seasons in program history as the Huskers finished with a 52-8 record and a 23-1 record in the Big Ten play. The 52 victories tied a program record for most wins in a season and included a school record 27-game win streak. Nebraska, of course, also advanced to its 8th Women's College World Series. Today is day one of the NCAA baseball tournament's Super Regionals. They go on until June 8th. The 16 teams playing in the Super Regionals include Mississippi State, Georgia, West Virginia, Cal Poly, North Carolina, USC, Troy, Little Rock, Auburn, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, Kansas, Oregon, Texas, St. John's, and Alabama. And let's take a look at what's transpired already today. A couple of games going on. West Virginia beat Cal Poly in the first game there, 12-2. USC beat North Carolina 9-5. Troy currently leading Little Rock 8-2, and then Ole Miss and Auburn. That's going to be the nightcap tonight at 7 p.m. Well, keeping things on the diamond, let's take a look at what's going on for some of our more local teams. A couple of games happening this evening. Kansas City taking on Minnesota tonight at 7:15 p.m. in Minneapolis. Omaha taking on Columbus as we speak right now. And then Lincoln starts a new home series with Sioux Falls this evening at 7:05 p.m. here in town. Finally, the NBA Finals returns today from San Antonio. Game 2 is set for 7:30 p.m. And you can watch the action right here on KLKN. Knicks took Game 1, 105-95. We'll see what's in store tonight after what was a fun game in this first of Championship Series. Game 2 tonight right here on ABC. That'll do it for sports, though. Rod, we'll go ahead and send things back over to you.
All right, thank you, Nate. Let's get a quick check of what Dom is expecting for tonight weather-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're heading out to watch the game tonight, keep an eye on the radar just to be safe. It's quiet for the moment. We did see one storm pop up in far south central Nebraska. It's kind of starting to fizzle out a little bit, but I don't think we're anywhere close to done going forward. A severe thunderstorm watch in place then until midnight tonight in any of these pink counties here. Have an idea of what your severe weather plan looks like. Also monitoring the potential for some flash flooding, especially for us here in southeastern Nebraska. Going forward, upper 80s for your high temperatures on Saturday. Scattered storms possible during the afternoon, and another storm chance on the way for Sunday.
All right, thank you, Dom. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tonight after basketball.